Hello and welcome to our presentation on domestic water usage. The UK is one of the largest net importers of water in the world, with 62% of our water demands coming from other countries. The UK has a staggering daily demand for water, with 85% of water demand coming from England and Wales, 11% from Scotland and 4% from Northern Ireland. Currently, the average household uses 330 litres of water per day, at around 140 litres per person. According to WaterWise, 85% of people in the UK don't know how much water we use per day, and generally make this guess to be between 50 to 100 litres. Water is not only used in households per person, but also used in commercial and industrial activities across the country. So why is it important that we reduce our water consumption? Saving water consumption does not just affect the amount of water used per day, but also has an effect on household bills and emissions. On average, 16% of household energy bills is from water-related activities, and this can be equated to around £228 on a combined energy bill. Heated water contributes a lot to energy bills, and this link often goes unnoticed by households. This ties into CO2 emissions. The energy used to heat water for devices and appliances emits on average 875 kilograms of CO2 per household per year, which is equivalent to the CO2 emissions from driving a car for more than 1,700 miles. For this project, we looked at the water consumption for our group members in areas such as showering and bathing, cooking, laundry, dishwashing, and other activities. From this data, we've been able to look at ways in which our own water consumption can be reduced and the effect that this has. The first graph shows the total water usage per person over the recorded period and shows how the water usage varies quite significantly per person. More than half of the results from our group members are equal to or surpass the UK average, shown by the green line. However, some results are significantly lower or higher. For the bathroom-related water collection activities, our data recorded is as follows. Toilet flushing data primarily shows that person 5 uses significantly more water when compared to the rest of the group, which for theirs is generally at 20 litres per day. Showering and bathing varies for each person over the recorded period, with values from 0 to 145 litres used per day. This variation is due to a handful of reasons, such as the frequency and duration of shower head use, and how long it takes the water to heat up before the shower. The pie chart also shows the percentage of shower time over the 10-day period. The most common shower time was between 11 and 15 minutes, which contrasts the UK average, where it stated that 87% of showers take place between 1 and 10 minutes. This indicates that there could be room to educate ourselves on how much water is consumed during longer showers, and that we could all decrease our own. The three tables presented here show the various water usage for activities in the kitchen. For cooking data, water varied per member of the group. However, generally, each individual utilised similar amounts of water in their cooking per day. Data from Group 5 member shows a significantly higher water usage per laundry. This is most likely due to the washing machine with the higher water requirements per wash being utilised, since older washing machines are generally less efficient and consume more water. Group data for dishwashing shows large variation, with both hand washing and utilisation of dishwasher measured under this section. Over half of the water usage fell under 20 litres per day, with consumption as low as 6 litres per day in some cases. However, values of up to 60 litres per day were also recorded. Gardening data was sparse over the period of collection, showing that this is an activity that not all members of the group do. The final data group, Other, was difficult to compare within the group due to differences in the data collected for this category. Therefore, this is the area which is most likely to have less accurate results of water that is actually consumed by our group. Overall, the data recorded was done by each member to the best of our abilities, but there were significant errors within our results due to factors such as human error when recording and not taking into consideration all the areas in which water is consumed within our daily lives. A major pattern is that for the persons using the highest amount of water in one activity, they tend to use the largest amounts across all other collection activities as well, potentially indicating an area in which education on water consumption could be implemented. There are many key ways in which reduction of water can be carried out domestically in the UK. On a broad scale, houses could install water meters, people could be educated on water consumption, leaky taps could be fixed, and the duration of utilising water could also be decreased. Looking at the perspective from the bathroom, dual flushing toilets could also be installed, as well as energy and water efficient shower heads, and the water we use could be wasted less, for example by turning off taps when brushing our teeth, and finally collecting wastewater for other uses. Overall, water usage in the kitchen makes about 23% total water consumption in the household from our data, therefore indicating the potential of water saving that could be made in this area of the home. Firstly, making sure that when dishwashers and washing machines are used, they are fully loaded, and utilising eco settings is very important. According to the previous data collecting and statistics, it shows that modern automatic washing machines consume about 40 litres per wash when using the best models, with an average of 2 washes per week per person over the 10-day period. This would therefore equal 80 litres of water across the 10-day period. Therefore, around 2.23% of water could be saved in the kitchen by adopting these eco-setting changes. For the dishwasher, eco settings at full load is much more efficient than hand washing, consuming only 5 litres of water per wash. Since on average almost 12 litres of water is consumed per person per day for dishwashing, almost 7 litres of water could be saved using a dishwasher over hand washing. Overall, they reduced the water consumed in the kitchen by around 21%. In other areas of the house outside the kitchen and bathroom, it is vital that drinking water is not wasted, and that there is a potential for rainwater to be collected for use in gardening. The real-world changes that could be implemented into bathroom is as follows. Here on the graph, we can see the potential water savings per person over the 10-day period if reduced shower time and water-efficient shower heads were utilised. Shower times between 5 and 10 minutes were reduced by 1 minute, by 2 minutes for durations between 10 and 15 minutes, and by 3 minutes for over 15 minutes. The water flow rate will also reduce from 8 litres per minute to 6 litres per minute, reflecting the use of more energy-efficient shower heads. By implementing these two changes, it can be seen on the graph that up to 54 litres per day could be saved of water for one of the members in our group. While there would be the initial cost of installation of the new shower head, the quantities of water saved per year would be vast. Reducing water will reduce energy water bills in homes, saving money on a large scale in the long term. Utilising the average water saved per day, the amount of water saved per year, simply by reducing shower time and shower head type was estimated for each group member. The values were staggering, with water savings of up to almost 16,000 litres per year. This graph shows the water utilisation for toilets flushing for group member number 5. Other members of the group already utilised toilets that operated on dual flushing systems, and therefore it was not necessarily to work out the savings. From the graph, you can see that up to 70 litres of water could be saved across the 10-day period from the data analysed if a dual flushing toilet was installed. On average, this could lead to about 16,500 litres of water saved per year. Combined with water saved on shower data stated in the previous slide, group member number 5 would be saving over 30,000 litres of water per year just by these two changes. There are two main benefits of water conservation: socio-economic and environmental. Today, the world's water resources still face a variety of challenges, such as unequal water distribution, the growing water scarcity, and this can all have negative impacts on social and economic factors. Saving water will bring economic benefits. According to the data, the average person consumes 66 cubic metres of water a year, costing £322. This increase is due to the 2018 to 2019 average interest rate of £9, which means that the average household will now pay £415 for water. As you can see from the table, Yorkshire has seen the biggest increase in water prices, with an average increase of £16. Therefore, saving water can help us save money in terms of personal economic benefits. Water problems also have multiple environmental impacts, such as water shortage and water pollution. Although seemingly water problems do not affect our daily lives, in fact, more than 1 billion people in the world do not have access to clean water, and 3.1 million people die every year from diseases caused by drinking dirty water. The problem of water resource has indirectly brought in negative impact on the human life through the environment. From the pie chart and the water data survey chart of my team members, it can be found that besides bathing, washing clothes and flushing toilets also consumes a lot of water, and as we can see from the previous slides, we have found ways in which we can reduce water use in these areas. Saving water will bring many benefits. For example, on an individual level, saving water can save our living expenses, such as installing water meters can save an average of 72 litres of water per week. For Britain, citizens taking shorter showers could save about £250 million a year on their energy bills. At the environmental level, it could help countries save on the cost of transporting and extracting water and reduce deaths from diseases caused by shortages of available water in poor, water-short countries. Therefore, the government should strengthen the education of public awareness of water conservation. This is of the great significance for the long-term development of mankind. Overall, from our data, we have found that various ways in our water consumption can be decreased, and if these were to be implemented on a large scale, could save unprecedented amounts of water, energy, and as well reduce emissions relating to the water industry. That is the end of our presentation. Much for listening.